So, as a therapist, you might find yourself at times feeling confused about how to really engage your teen clients. Sometimes they might be feel a little more tricky than working with the little ones that show up in your office. So, I want to give you 2 tips to help you out if you have a teenager walk through your door. And the first tip, and it might actually be the most important of the two, is your own authenticity. Now, as I say that, you might go, well, duh, but I'm actually really serious about this. Teens have we'll call it a BS barometer that is working very, very well. As teens are in their own developmental stage of trying to discover who they are, what they're looking for is authenticity reflected back to them. And so teens really tune into individuals that know who they are, understand who they are, feel certain about who they are, and are willing to be authentic back with the teen, which means telling them like it is sometimes, calling them out on stuff, and doing it in a really caring way so that the teen can feel met and heard and respected for their own journey as they're trying to discover who they are and their own authenticity. So when we're with a teen and we're trying to be someone that we're not, or we're pretending, or we're trying to be cool, or whatever it is, teens pick up on that right away. And it really just is a turnoff for teens. So that's the tip number one, is just be yourself. Teens appreciate it, and they're looking again for someone to model to them how to do it because they don't know how to do it very well. Tip number 2, teens want to talk about the things that are interesting to them. They don't necessarily want to talk about the things that you want to talk about. So find out what is interesting to the child. Do they love art? Are they into soccer? Are they in that new relationship and all they can do is talk about that new relationship? Are they into math? Like, what is the thing that really grabs their attention? Because that really needs to be, we'll call it the contract, or we'll call it the setting for which all the therapeutic content is woven through. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a teen and the teen cannot stop talking about the new relationship they're in, but they're in there with you to work on anger management. And you're sitting there thinking, okay, we're supposed to be talking about anger issues, not about should you be going out on that date on Friday with this person that you have a crush on. How can you weave in talking about anger through the lens of this new relationship? How can you weave it in so that it makes sense in the context of what's most meaningful for them? That is such an important tip. So I want you to think about that. Whatever the therapeutic goal is, weave it through the conversation, or somehow bring it in or link it into the conversation about what's most meaningful to that teen. So keep those 2 tips in mind. First, be yourself. Second, figure out what's most meaningful and interesting to the teen, and then have all the conversation go through that as the filter. And I guarantee that you will find a teenager in front of you that's more willing to open up, engage, and be interactive with you in the therapeutic process.